to be back. Yes, sirree. We are back in the men's locker room. I had to be out last week, and I miss being here. But I know Mr. Eric Jackson did a wonderful job carrying on the show. And again, this is Wayne Hall from Orlando, Florida, coming to you live in the men's locker room. This week we have an important guest with us because this gentleman, as you will hear later, has done some phenomenal things. He's my friend for over 30 years, but a gentleman that is strong-willed and even stronger about our campaign, our Justice for My Jewel campaign. In his years out of Hartford, Connecticut, he is a banker, a father of two beautiful children, married, and his is to uh, share wellness with people, and he's been doing so for over 30 years. Gerald Chambers, welcome. How you doing?
Thank you very much, Wayne Hall, my friend and buddy from a long time ago. We won't say it right now on air, but we have to keep this going. Yes. So
Indeed.
thanks for the platform, this platform, yourself and your lovely wife and Mr. Charles Watson, Janet Watson, and the entire team, stretching all the way up to Mr. and Mrs. Demon Crumb, who have brought forward, this opportunity for us to spread the awareness.
Indeed. It's good to have you back on the show, and I'm even happier to have you on the show, Mr. Chambers, because you've been doing some phenomenal things, spreading the good news about the campaign that we're a part of, Justice for My Jewel. Um, One of the things I want to talk in the room is since we last spoke, some amazing things have happened where you're concerned. You have been involved in a campaign to help the women of Bahamas who suffered those hurricanes to get going there, and you same recently for school in Japan. You're spreading your wings internationally. Tell us a little bit about that project that you were involved with Bahamas and how it's benefiting the women there.
Okay, fine. Yes. Well, through the contacts of Mrs. Crump herself, I did approach her about it, and not realizing there were other what we call awareness ambassadors there who was willing to share it, and then that's where it came, where Mr. Christopher Rocker, who is the chairperson for the Atlanta Bahamas Association, we got in touch with him, and then we realized, hey, this is something worth doing. And he himself, which I spoke to him directly, actually came on live to thank everyone and saying this is like history in the making, because no one else thought of getting these sanitary napkins to the female. They get everything else, and nobody else have ever thought of it. So, we were, what you said, setting a trend then. Yes, and he does appreciate whatever everybody did for the initiative. And on behalf of Mr. Christopher Rock, I take the opportunity to thank everybody who supported that Bahamas relief.
We want to definitely lift our hat to you, man, because we saw pictures of those packs delivered. Know those lives are going to change forever. So kudos to you on doing a fantastic job with the Six Star family to get those products over to those women. But we also, Jerome, see you are currently involved in another project. We see that you are uh, helping some schools in Jamaica. Tell us about that project.
All right. So, based on the result of the Bahamas relief, a friend of mine who is part of that school, which is St. Hugh's High School Welfare Committee, Miss Novlet Edwards Tomlinson, approached me and said, "Hey, I have this project running again for the third time. I'm part of it." And she asked me, "What can I do?" I said, "Well, I sent her the result of the Bahamas, and she was practically in tears to see the results. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and see what I can do to get that going. And, I thank you too and your wife for helping out in that in terms of getting the packages over to her in Florida. Yes. And, so also Miss Juliet Rotary, who is the actual chairperson in Jamaica for the St. Hugh's High School Welfare Committee. I'm close with her, and she's the one who's going to receive the package in Jamaica and distribute to, she says it's roughly 40, over 40 girls in the school, which are less fortunate. And she said, listen, man, and when I asked her the question if she see what we're doing it as a necessity, she said, yes, definitely. No way, no two ways about it. It would be welcome. Yes. And, the program is still running until the end of the month for those who really want to participate in it. Yeah. But it is, I say, it's my passion has met my purpose. And it's just something I love doing in terms of that way. Whatever I can do. Yes.
What, if you can help us with this, Jerome, what amount of girls do you think you'll be able to touch with this project when it
Ah,
goes to
it,
the St. Jude High
that,
School?
that question is an endless question. It's the sky is not even the limit. It's past that. Yes, infinity and beyond. Yes, because every day another one is born. Every day another one is entered into that section of life. Yes, which is what we call they are really our jewels. Yes, and we have to protect them, especially the womb, because without the womb, you and I wouldn't be here, right? So it's endless. Let me say that, and I do what I can to get it
How
out
many
there.
girls with the St. Hugh's project, though, in particular, do you think this project can
Repeat that question.
many females at the St. Hugh's High School project that you're involved with, you believe that you can touch with the project that you're on now?
Well, as Miss Rotary said, there's currently 40 girls there that they actually you know, do what they can in terms of support. It's not just for this alone. She says there's other support. So right now I'm saying it's 40 girls there, and she possibly will have more come in, etc. But that's what she's working with right now. And currently they're having their 120th anniversary homecoming. So the stuff will reach her in time for her to present it and show what she's doing. Yeah, but that's it for now in terms of the number of girls she has there.
Well, let me just highlight everyone that is new to the show of what we're doing here, guys. This is the men's locker room. In this locker room, we don't discuss sport. We discuss women. Yep, and in we discuss women monthly goals, guys. Yes, it might sound taboo to you, but we're trying to tear those walls down because here's the thing, guys. Most sanitary men are out there on the shelf from recycled trash and the process that they go through uh, been known to cause issues with our men that they could have been avoided. And the issues that are evident in our women are those that we're trying to address in this locker room with an intention of helping them via our campaign. Our campaign is not here to tear down anybody's product. We are here to bring information, to heighten knowledge, and to help our women live longer, happier, healthier. So we talk about women's feminine flow, this locker room, and how our this format jewelry campaign will help them. But we're doing it from different perspectives. The year topic is taboo, where men do not talked about the subject. Men have been in one corner, women in another corner, and now we're bridging that gap, saying it's time that us men get involved and help our men to understand what they face and how they can get help with what they have. Back, I see you constantly involved with projects. Um, you did the Bahamas project. You're doing the Jamaica project, and that you were involved in Connecticut the other day, bringing the awareness through friend's store. Tell us how that.
Oh boy, yeah. As you talk about the taboo too, there was a lady among, when I was doing the demo, and I did the disclaimer of saying, listen, I don't have any taboo. I mean, I understand what is happening now. She was in awe because she was laughing at first, and she was in awe. And I said, why are you laughing? She said she can't understand it. I'm listening to you, and it's like you know more about my body than all I know about my body. Guess what? At the end, I found out she's a nurse. Yes? So she was in amazement, and she started to party in terms of supporting what was happening. There was a 17-year-old young lady who was assisting me there. And I asked the question, which I ask most time for ladies, what is TSS? And 95% of them cannot answer what it is. The 17-year-old was able to share that she knows about it and what are the effects of TSS, which is a toxic shock syndrome. So she was able to share in the room without me prompting her. She also shared that not just the tampons, but also it is caused by sanitary napkins. So she strongly shared that in the room, and the elderly ladies that were there, they were in awe too. So yeah, I felt comfortable there. We did well with the products, and the products are available there through that avenue, which was opened by the opener for me, the owner for me to come in and do so. But I felt comfortable there among them because, hey, you have to do your homework, right?
I'm so honored to have on the show, bro, is that you never slowed down as it regards this campaign. And I remember vividly when you were here in this program a few months ago, uh, you were in tears when you thought about how this product had literally helped your daughter turn her life around 180 degrees. What's the update on your daughter's condition now that she's dual pass?
The princess that I always wanted. Yeah. And it has been smooth sailing. And let me just add to, Mark, we talk about comfort and dryness. And I add the one about odorless. Yes. And that is a key thing too. But it has shown the change. Everything is running smoothly. And I encourage everyone who have females around them to, get this and introduce it to them because it is really worth the while. Yes, and this is not a sales pitch or anything. Yes, and they can check it out themselves by googling whatever the side effects of sanitary napkins and tampons. Just like the 17-year-old who knew about what was happening, she's aware. Yes, and she herself is already using the product. Even I didn't know that. Yes.
Now, you are like the chairman of many boards because you are admin on many, many different platforms. And see that you're constantly spreading the word through these platforms. Um, what are the most memorable stories you have heard recently as it regards your customers or your customers' family members using the jewel products? What you heard moved your heart recently?
Okay. Well, it's actually out of Jamaica too. Sister-in-law of mine, who her daughter, I think she's about 18, 19 now, who was going through some issues in terms of flow. And as you said too, it's just yesterday I got the feedback from. She said yes, this was the answer for her. So she just didn't buy one pack; she bought 8 packs. So her daughter would be always having it by her hands. Yes, and she's saying it has actually changed. She can sleep in peace now. She don't have to, you know, get those other side things you have to get during that time of the month. As she said, whatever the Advil, whatever the painkillers, she don't even realize that that time of the month is around for her daughter anymore, because just I would say peace is flowing like a river. Yeah. So, yeah, that was just yesterday. I contacted her to find out, and that was really something else to know that yes, she decided that this is gonna work for her. Right?
Um, there's some men watching this show right now, Jerome, because this show is spread far and wide, and women as well. But to, I want you to talk to the men who are watching this time. They think probably we're crazy here talking about what fear is. Um,
Sorry, repeat that question.
we want to talk to the men who are seeing this show for the first time, and we're here
Yeah.
in the locker room talking about women's spirit and not football. What would you say to these men as to why they should get involved? Why are we doing?
Oh well, let me address the point of men too, in terms of that. And men, are given the blessing of a prostate. And in terms of this product too, and prostate problems, which is leads to some men having incontinence. And this is where the men come into, because the men wear what they call men pads, and you have the dependables. So yes, this is an avenue for them to get this product, which is odorless, yes, comfort and dryness. So they play a part. So that is from the standpoint, right? And as I said, in terms of the taboo too, the women are amazed. Oh, why these men talking about this? Oh, why they doing the demo and everything? Because we are comfortable in where that is, and we have to understand what is happening. And I asked a question yesterday about their OBGYN, the women. Are they male or female? Majority of them in the store said they were male. I said, then what happened? I'm no registered one, but I can talk freely. Yeah, you understand? So there's no taboo there. And again, this stands for the men to come forward and do what they can in terms of even sharing their awareness, even if you don't want to be a part of it. A part of it means that you're supporting the females in giving them access to it. You understand? So that way they can support it. We're not here recruiting anyone or anything. We're just spreading the awareness. That's the bottom line. Yeah, and they have to feel comfortable in talking about these things. Yeah, at the bar, whatever they used to sit down and talk about women. Hello, why not share this among each other too? Yeah.
Just in case you didn't know, let me help you with some information. There are over 600,000 hysterectomies that are done in the U.S. each year. Unfortunately, over 70% of those hysterectomies are, are done on minority women. And way too much for us to sit back and say it's their problem, because no, it's not. Because why? Why? We have daughters, we have sisters, cousins, friends, and we can't know this information and say they need to deal with that. We can't do that, guys. We do women who were, who are saying some of the things that Mr. Chambers just alluded to, which is why are we involved in this? Why are we, bringing this information? It's first, guys, it's one thing if we know about it and do nothing. It's a different thing when we know about it. We're doing something for the betterment of two women's lives, and we're not scared, therefore, as to how to respond to that, because we know at the end of the day, we're doing something good for mankind. How we can help is not to belabor the point of why men are doing it, is to help us help our women.
Hmm.
And as a matter of, if you want to get some facts to what we're sharing here today, You can simply go on Google, as Mr. Chambers said, and type in side effects of sanitary napkins and tampons. You can do that on Google. You can even type what are sanitary napkins and tampons made from. Do your own research, and then you'll understand for yourself why we're here with this campaign. Our product is here as an alternative, but more so, not just because it's natural, because guess what, guys? We have a Nobel Peace Prize winning technology in our jewel called graphene. And if you know anything about the Nobel Peace Prize Academy, you'll know they only award this prize to people who have done good for humanity. So you know we're in this place and we bring this Justice for My Jewels campaign to everybody out. Mr. Tate, what's on your heart to share with the people about where you go from here and what you do daily to bring the word?
All right. So, in the words of Bob Marley, let me start from there. You're gonna be tired to see my face. You can't get me out of this race. So I will be a dual ambassador for life. Yes, and I will be until, as I said to somebody jokingly the other day, until they block me. Yeah, I will continue to find a way of getting to them. So my point is that nobody can say, "Hey, Jerry didn't tell me about this before. Jerry didn't say this to me or share this with me, so I'm aware." Yeah, he didn't share it with me to say, "Hey, you must buy this now." No, he shared information, researches. Just yesterday about the 19-year-old who died from TSS. You understand? That's not us getting that information. It's from the research that's there. And just to let people know, we're not the only one on this campaign. There are other individuals independent on this campaign. Right now, I know of one state. I hear there are others. New York requires that they put what is on, what is in the sanitary napkin, what it is made of on the labels. Why are they doing that? We're not the one who asked them to do that. So the awareness is there from different bodies. We are all just coming together now. Yeah. And it's some people just have the norm of say, oh yeah, I used to wear this and that. You don't know what's happening inside the body. The toxin and everything that goes, in the body through these, which a lot of them nod and agree yesterday when I was mentioning that. And I gave the floor to one, she's a grandma now, who was talking about it. And she said she didn't realize that TSS was around still. And she's about in her late 60s now. Yes? And she knew about it from her days. She asked me, where was that? Where were we 10 years ago? I get that a lot of time. Where were you 2 years ago? Hello? Okay. You're at that stage. You're still around. Share it with others. Yeah? So, I want everyone to just, step back, take yourself out of the picture and look at it carefully. As I said, research it. Yeah? And move forward. Move past those barriers. And let me just say too, I mean, even with my project with the St. You, I was questioned what affiliation I had with the school. Why am I helping? I was taken aback. You have to be affiliated with somewhere to help. You understand? It's just what happened. And I explained the persons who asked, I explained in detail, and I said, oh, so you're ready to support now? No. I have a saying that fault finders are never usually fault menders. You understand? So if you see something wrong and you need to correct it with your females around you, look at the option. Yeah? And I leave that with everyone who is watching and those who will be watching to really stop and look at it.
Like you said, it's amazing how many people just like all to help find the solution. A lot of women will say, well, thank God I don't use that. I only use that much. Well, let's hear some facts. you, okay? Toxic info, most calls from tampons. But here is how it comes about. Your body was designed to flush out toxins at times of month. When your body flushes and it goes and sits on that tampon, all that toxin goes back up into your body. And where does it go after that, guys? In your blood. And all the toxin is now mixing in your bloodstream. And some of the dangerous issues from toxic substrate can result in you losing your limb. In some cases, they've led to death. These are not scare tactics, these are factual information. What we're doing here, guys, is trying to make sure we do right by our women. Somebody has to, and just like the law says, where there are people asking why are you helping somewhere you're not affiliated with, that is silly on every level. Because like saying, I know something's bad for you and I see it, but I should walk by and allow you to continue to suffer. We're not going to do that for anybody. We're going to spread the word and we will continue to bring the word to the people as long as we have breath in our body. Mr. Chambers, I need for you to share any last thoughts, Professor.
Okay, so just to let them to our justice for my jewel, we do have a website they can go and look at, not to enroll or sign up or whatever. What the people have the fear of is you can go ahead and share it for me, Mr. Hall, the jfmj.org site. Yeah.
J.org. Justice for my good. JFMJ.org. Guys, you will go there and you'll get information. All the stuff that you didn't know about your own body, about what's going on uh, in the industry. You'll get updates on what's happening. So go to the campaign site, guys, and get education. Don't live in ignorance anymore. Know what's going on for the sake of your life, those who love you, and those you love, so that you can do better. Because when you know better, you can do better. For anyone who invited you to this show, get back with them and get whatever information you need about our campaign and about our natural dual sanitary napkins, guys. We're here to help, and those who are here on the show for Mr. Chambers, you know how to reach him. This man is constantly at work trying to help our women. I've always seen posts from Mr. Chambers that he's doing something else to take this campaign forward. So, Mr. Chambers, bless you, sir. We're grateful that you took the time to come on the show, and we definitely look forward to having you again in the near future, sir. Bless you and
Right.
talk to you soon.
And I thank Miss Arlene Duncan for providing this platform and doing an excellent job. So hats off to Miss Arlene Duncan.
Take care. Talk to you soon, sir.
Sure, good.